The evening sun was setting behind the dusty streets of the small town, casting long shadows across the narrow lanes. A little girl, no older than 9, stood trembling outside a grocery store, clutching a small carton of milk against her chest. Her wide eyes darted nervously from side to side as if she already knew trouble was coming. The carton wasn't hers. She hadn't paid for it. She had taken it silently from the shelf when no one was watching. And now, she prayed no one would notice. But the sharp, angry voice of her aunt shattered the silence. "What do you think you're doing, stealing from the store like a common thief?" The woman's hand gripped the girl's thin arm so tightly that she winced. Customers in the store turned their heads. Some gasped, some whispered. The little girl, her face pale and frightened, looked down at the floor, ashamed. She wasn't stealing for herself. She hadn't eaten all day, true, but her baby brother at home was crying from hunger, his tiny stomach empty. Their mother had been working double shifts just to keep a roof over their heads, and there was no money left for milk. The little girl thought, "If I can just take this, maybe he won't cry tonight." Her aunt dragged her out of the store, shouting so loudly that the whole street seemed to stop and watch. "You're a disgrace! Imagine stealing. Your mother should be ashamed of you." She pushed the carton out of the girl's hands, and it fell onto the pavement, spilling white milk that ran in a stream down the cracks of the road. The little girl sank to her knees, tears filling her eyes. She wasn't a thief, not in her heart. She was just desperate. As the crowd dispersed, one man stayed behind. He had been walking past in his tailored suit, his polished shoes clicking against the road. He was tall, broad-shouldered, and his car, a sleek black sedan, waited by the curb. He had watched the whole scene unfold silently. This man was Adrian Cole, a name many in the city knew. A self-made millionaire, known for his sharp business mind and his even sharper heart. He had come from nothing, raised by a single mother who had struggled just the same as the little girl's family. Something about her teary eyes and trembling frame hit him deep in his chest, reminding him of himself decades ago. Adrian stepped forward, his voice calm but firm. "That's enough." The aunt turned, startled. "Who are you to interfere? This child is a thief. She deserves the lesson." But Adrian only bent down, gently lifting the little girl to her feet. He brushed the dust from her dress and looked into her frightened eyes. "What's your name, sweetheart?" "Hola, Lily," she whispered. "Lily," he said softly, "why did you take the milk?" She hesitated, biting her lip, but her innocence couldn't hold back the truth. "My baby brother, he's hungry. Mama has no money. He cries all night and I just wanted him to stop." Adrian felt his chest tighten. He remembered nights when his own mother had skipped meals so he and his sister could eat. He remembered her saying, "One day, son, life will be kinder. But until then, we just keep going." Looking at Lily, he saw not a thief, but a little warrior carrying more burden than any child should. He turned to the aunt. "Do you live with her?" The woman sneered. "Sometimes. But she's not my responsibility. Their mother should handle her own children. I won't be embarrassed because of a girl who steals." With that, she stormed off, leaving Lily standing alone, tears still on her cheeks. Adrian exhaled slowly, then placed his hand gently on Lily's shoulder. "Come with me." Adrian didn't take her to the police. He didn't scold her. Instead, he walked her back into the store. Every eye turned toward them, whispers floating in the air. Adrian picked up 2 cartons of milk, then added bread, fruit, rice, and other essentials into a basket. When he reached the counter, he handed over his black card without hesitation. The cashier looked nervous but rang everything up. Adrian then knelt down to Lily's level. "This isn't charity. This is what you and your family deserve. Food, dignity, and care. But I want you to promise me something. No more stealing. If you ever need help, you ask. Deal?" Her small voice trembled. "Deal." At her small home, Lily's mother almost collapsed in tears when Adrian arrived with bags of food. She worked tirelessly at a laundry shop, yet bills and rent swallowed everything she earned. She apologized over and over, embarrassed, but Adrian held up his hand. "Don't apologize. You're doing your best. No mother should have to choose between rent and feeding her children." That night, Adrian sat with them, listening to Lily's baby brother coo after finally drinking warm milk. The sound of his tiny laughter filled the dimly lit room. Something inside Adrian shifted. He had spent years building wealth, buying properties, running companies. But in that moment, sitting with this small family, he felt something he hadn't in years. Purpose. Days turned into weeks. Adrian didn't just leave them with food. He arranged for Lily's mother to work at one of his offices with a better salary. He paid off their debts quietly, without boasting. He set up a scholarship fund for Lily so she would never miss school again. But more importantly, he became a figure in their lives, a mentor, a guide, and at times a father figure. Yet challenges still came. Lily's aunt returned once, demanding money when she discovered who Adrian was. She threatened to spread rumors, saying Lily had lied to get pity. But Adrian stood firm, protecting the family with the full force of his influence. He told Lily's aunt sternly, "Family is not measured by blood alone. It's measured by love, sacrifice, and care. And you have shown none of it." She left humiliated, never to return. Lily herself struggled with guilt, often asking Adrian, "Why me? Why did you help me?" And his answer was always the same: "Because someone once helped me when I had nothing, and now it's my turn to pass it on." Years later, Lily grew into a bright young woman. Her mother thrived in her new job, her brother grew healthy and strong, and the shadow of hunger that once haunted their home vanished. Adrian continued to guide them, proud of every milestone. But the story that began with spilled milk and shame ended with a lesson that touched everyone who heard it. A millionaire didn't just save a girl that day, he changed the course of an entire family. And all because he chose kindness instead of judgment. Message to the viewers. Friends, this story reminds us that sometimes, behind every desperate action lies a cry for help. A child stealing milk is not a criminal, she's a symbol of the struggles many families face in silence. If we all chose compassion instead of judgment, the world would be a much softer, safer place. I want to know what you think. If you had seen Lily that day, what would you have done? Please share your thoughts in the comments below. I read every one of them. And if this story touched your heart, don't forget to like this video. Share it with someone who might need a reminder of kindness, and subscribe to my channel Be Kind Always for more inspiring stories. Together, let's keep spreading hope, kindness,